is the ask model and its connection to coaching. So let's first create a situation to apply the model. Let's imagine that you get a call tomorrow morning from a client, and you can tell by the call that he or she is experiencing a high level of stress. They report to you that over the weekend, even though they were notified, there was a major software upgrade across the whole enterprise. As a result, processes aren't working, procedures need to be rewritten, and there's question whether or not the current technology is even going to be compatible with software. Just imagine that for a moment. Your client is now forced into learning mode. So, what will make them an effective learner? This is an opportunity to think about and apply the ask model. The ask model has its roots in educational design, but has evolved and been applied to performance management and recruitment, training, as well as career development. The attitude is the attitude the client has towards learning. Are they open to learning or are they resistant? S is for skills. What kind of skills does the client have and what does he or she need to develop further? What additional new knowledge needs to be acquired in order to be successful? So, a useful application of this model will help your client work through the change. Now it's time to think about the model as it applies to your own development as a coach. So, ask yourself these questions. In terms of your attitude as a coach, executive coach, leadership coach, life coach, would your clients say you have an empathetic attitude? Would they describe you as supportive? Would they describe you as encouraging? Again, these are attitudes of a coach. In terms of your skill level, would your clients say you were an attentive listener? Would they say that you ask insightful questions? Would they say that you're very skilled at goal setting? What would your clients say about your communication skills? What is your knowledge about emotional self awareness and your ability to transfer that skill? How would you describe your understanding of the ethics connected with coaching? So, by assessing your skills with the ask model, you may identify some areas where you want to change or increase or maintain. And anytime you want to change one of these areas, it involves neurogenesis and neuroplasticity. The neurogenesis is the process by which new neurons or brain cells are generated. And it was once thought that the generation of new brain cells only occurred during early development, throughout your early childhood. And it's since been proven that no, research indicates that we grow our brain cells throughout our life. They're constantly regenerating. Now, neuroplasticity is different. Neuroplasticity is the brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout our life. So, neuroplasticity allows the brain to modify its structure and function in response to new experiences, new learning, shifts in the environment, and it helps facilitate lasting changes in behavior. That's the essence of coaching. So, final comments on the ask model. If you're thinking about becoming an executive coach, leadership coach, life coach, or if you just want to learn more about the profession, I suggest some research. Right? And I've known coaches that have been certified by the following organizations. There's no one in particular that I recommend, but this is a good starting point to begin your research.